Louisiana Beer Reviews Dixie Hazy IPA. This is the Voodoo Queen. And we did a duo review. My friend David and I did a duo review over at his house. This is the Voodoo Queen, 6.8%. It's the strongest in their lineup at this time, spring of 2020. That could change, of course. It says juicy and bossy. Also available on draft. I have not seen I haven't seen bottles of it, but those could be around. Just haven't seen them. Got the date, guys. So there's many good things about Dixie Brewing, but one good thing for sure is they put easy to understand dates on the bottoms of the cans and the bottles. It's not some kind of secret code that you gotta translate or decipher. It's just the date, guys. Okay, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Dixie. Now, my friend David was torn, or actually even sort of hostile toward the beers. It's his right. He's not obligated to like what I like, and vice versa. And he didn't hate them, but he wasn't thrilled. I liked them more than he did. And that's part of the beer reviewing thing. You talk about what you like. So, thick, slightly off-white head. There's a lot of chunks in this beer now. The sun is very bright here at 8:10 a.m. It's a golden appearance, more lemon yellow with the sun shining through it. And I think you can clearly see the sediment. There are huge yeast chunks in this beer, and I think that is showing up on camera. So is it a can conditioned beer? I get that impression with these yeast chunks that it's can conditioned. So it should do a little better with age. And the hops might fall off the hop action, but the beer might be okay over a period of time. There is some pungent Belgian-like quality to it. Doesn't make any claims to be a Belgian style that I noticed. Maybe I overlooked something, but I think they're just trying to make a United States American hazy IPA, Gulf Coast hazy IPA. Is it anything really remarkable? No, it's pretty much like the hazy IPAs, but there is more of a Belgian style note than the fruity notes, so maybe it's not that much alike. It's hard to say. I'd have to do 5, 6 tastings of it, I suppose. It's a pretty significant bitterness. 6.8. IBUs are probably around 68. I think so. Well, at least 58. They don't list it. It's bitter at the back end of the sip on the tongue. That'll probably build as I drink on it and think on it. Get white bread. So typical things: white bread crust, sugary sweetness, fruitiness from the hop resins, and the bitterness. I guess a mostly dry finish. High medium mouthfeel. India Pale Ale, brewed by Dixie Brewing Company, LLC, New Orleans, Louisiana. Yep. Say, please recycle. We have no recycling here. They used to have can recycling, but there wasn't any money in it. Apparently, people just lost interest in it. So, I mean, you could collect bags and bags of aluminum cans. You might get $2, $3, $4. Nobody bothers with it. May be different in other states. Some states they require it, not here. New Orleans, the city of New Orleans encourages it. They have some recycling bins. Isn't required. I don't know how many people pay mind to it. It's nice. It does seem to have a relatively higher amount of bitterness than your typical hazy IPAs. Less fruity, more bready, more bitter. So yeah, unique. How would I score it? Say 93 out of 100. It's an A. It's an A beer. It's pleasant. Doesn't have off flavors. Has interesting flavors. Has different flavors, but nothing off or bad or anything. It's just a enjoyable hazy IPA. If you ever want to visit their brewery, they'll be giving tours again soon, and their tap room is there and all, and they spent a lot of money on it. It's right south of Interstate Highway 10 in New Orleans. You call that New Orleans East. It's the eastern part of the city. That's where they have Gentilly Boulevard, US Highway 90, but when it crosses under a railroad track, well, it doesn't go down like in some states. It just, the track is built over it. Once it crosses under that track, then it's Chef Mentor Highway, Lying Chief in French. Chef Mentor Highway, all the way out into Mississippi, Chef Mentor, that area. Old hunting grounds. Some of it still is hunting grounds, actually. But within the city, yes, hunting. But you can either cross on 90 going from the west, or cross on 10 if you're coming from Mississippi, the east. Before you cross the Industrial Canal, you can get off at Dowman Road. And there'll be signs saying Dixie Brewing, like informational signs that the State Highways Department put up. It'll direct you, go underneath the interstate south, and it's an industrial area. At first you say, well, there's nothing here. And it does look barren because it's warehouses and some docks where river traffic comes in and delivers bulk products. But you can go and there'll be signs, and then you'll see, oh, there it is, big grassy area in a parking lot, and then the brewery, which opened in early 2020. So interesting place to check out. So highly recommended. I don't know how that's going to do as far as a brew pub, because I don't know how many people are going to go out to an industrial area at night away from downtown to go to Dixie Brewing. I don't know how that's going to work, but it's like my friend David said, also he agreed with me, it's an excellent spot for an industrial operation, a brewery. But as far as a hospitality room and all that, I'm not too sure. But anyway, just making some observations. So an A beer, the brewery's an A as far as what you see there, Dynamite. And so les bon temps relais, I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.